it's my last chance and everything has to be laid out on the line.
Episode of PEP Exclusives. And today, isa rin sa magandang dilag ng Miss Universe Philippines. Sa makakasama natin, please welcome Michele Gumabao. Hi, Michele.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Kamustahan muna tayo since 6 months na tayo sa quarantine. Kamusta ang yung quarantine experience?
Okay naman, it was fun. I was able to appreciate all the little things. So yung una, talagang nakakatakot sa bahay, hindi ako sanay sa bahay. But once I got the hang of spending my time and allotting my time wisely, nag-enjoy na ako. Nagawa ko na lahat ng mga gusto ko sa bahay.
Yung mga nakausap ko ibang candidates, lahat sila nagluto din talaga sa bahay. Did you do that as well?
I was able to cook for our organization. May mga nag-donate kasi ng mga pagkain sa amin. So since we started your 200 pesos, my boyfriend and I, wala kami talagang pinipiling donation. Hindi lang basta pera, hindi lang basta pagkain. So even raw goods, like uncooked goods, they donated. We were able to cook the food and distribute.
Pero napansin ko rin, parang the past few months, sobrang tutok ka rin talaga sa workout mo, no?
Oo naman, because being an athlete is my first profession. So this is something that I didn't lose sight of despite the pandemic. I tried to be as healthy as I could at home, still continuing my workouts. And yung training namin, although wala kami physically, we still kept up with everybody and still worked out via online, via video. So I was still active all throughout the quarantine. Kasi syempre, you never know, di ba? With the new normal, you never know the PBA is about to start. So sana kami din sa volleyball.
And speaking of training, dahil ilang linggo na lang din ng Miss Universe Philippines, ang Grand Coronation Night is October 25. Handang-handa na ba si Michele Gumabao lumaban?
Syempre, handang-handa na kasi ang tagal na natin naghahanda. Since May pa dapat
True.
to. And then, na-push na till October. So, kailangan lagi lang ready, lagi lang nagpa-practice, lagi nagtitraining para whenever, kung kailan kami tinawag, kung kailan ischedule yung coronation, tuloy-tuloy lang. And syempre, dapat lagi kang ready.
The past few weeks, palaging, parang a lot of people, parang, naku, eto na, this is our Miss Universe. Meron ka bang pressure na nafe-feel?
I feel the pressure. There is definitely a lot of pressure because it's my second time, so people expect a better performance, people expect progress, but at the end of the day, I will do what makes me happy. I won't be somebody else. I won't practice like to be somebody else. Kailangan totoo ka lang talaga sa sarili mo. And andun yung pressure, syempre hindi naman mawawala yun. Pero inuunahan ko na sila lahat. Pinapressure ko na yung sarili ko para sanay na ako sa pressure. And syempre bilang athlete, andun na yung pressure, sanay na sa pressure. Kailangan lang talaga yung pressure na yun, ipupush ka para mag-perform. Back in 2018, I considered myself new to everything. I knew that I was stepping into a world that I didn't know of. It wasn't my comfort zone. I had a lot to learn, and I entered with a fresh mind and really an open heart to learning. And that's what I did. But now I'm more empowered in a sense na may boses na ako. Yes, I had the voice back then. I believed in my advocacy back then. But now I know what I want. I stand firm with what I want and who I am. And I'm not anymore easily swayed by the comments of people, by what people expect of me, what people pressure me to do. I have the image that I want to portray, the image that I want to show people. And I'm really going for that and I'm sticking for that. Of course, I'm a accumulation of everything that I've been through, the winning, the losing, the success and the failure. It all sums up to this moment here where I can finally do it again. I can finally try again and I can finally say that I've given it my best and I've given it my all because it's my last chance. And everything has to be laid out on the line. I can't have any reservations. I can't have any more doubts and fears like what I had in 2018 because I knew that I came in the competition with minimal preparation. I know that there's something inside of me that I can still show to people, that I can still show to myself. I have nothing to prove to anybody. I just have something to prove with myself. And that's what I'm trying to do now and just really be happy and make myself proud and happy also.
photo shoots over the past few months, ano? Kamusta yung kamusta yung reaction mo dun sa mga parang, wow, it's ate girl, parang handang-handa talaga siya.
Honestly, I cannot take credit for any of it because napilitan lang ako. Joke. No, I'm very different in real life. Joke. Very minimal photo shoots, very minimal creative output because I'm very different. Like, hindi ako sanay sa photo shoot. I'm an athlete more than being a model. So, I like events. I like people. I like talking and communicating rather than posing for the camera. But I give credit to my team. They were very hardworking all throughout this pandemic. If there is a few people that I really want to thank and I want to credit for all those photos, it's my team working hard overnight, overtime to think about creative outputs, to put their mind and heart into pictures, into photo shoots because they're the creative ones. I'm just really here to bring everybody together. And I'm just really lucky to have a support system behind me because natutuwa lahat ng tao. So I'm happy. It makes me happy when people respond well on social media. And all the encouragement really is so uplifting.
You mentioned din kanina na, yun nga, excited ka for volleyball competitions since PBA din is magsa-start na. And a lot of people also know na you're a celebrity as well. And now, this is a totally different world than pageantry. Sa tingin mo, doon sa tatlong worlds na yun, ano yung pinaka-challenging for you?
They're all equally challenging in different ways, but I really would have to say it's beauty pageants. Iba yung kultura ng beauty pageants here in the Philippines. And iba talaga yung nakasanayan ng mga tao. In sports, when you compete, the fans cheer for you, the fans can boo you, but after the game, it's just a game. In PBB and show business, and beauty pageants, no matter I believe that if the fans are passionate about something, they're also the worst criticisms that you can come up. They turn into myself and really identify who I really was because yun yung kailangan ko pang hawakan. And dun talaga ako nahirapan with all the criticism, with all the nega sa beauty pageants. Even though it's so glamorous, it's so nice to watch and nice to learn because ang nakasanayan kasi pag may sinusuportahan kang candidate, instead of just focusing your efforts on supporting her, you also want to tear down the other candidates that you think are going against her or yung mga kalaban niya. So, yun yung hindi ko na-experience with sports, even in show business. Definitely, it made me really believe in myself and learn to trust the people that are worth trusting and also be careful of the people that I surround myself with.
So, since you mentioned nga yung preparations mo din, kanina din, a lot of people are looking forward to your Q&A performance.
I don't know what people think when they think about Q&A. For me, it's answering a question. And if you can answer that question on the spot within 30 seconds and have impact, have influence, it's a successful Q&A. For me, it's about communication. I like talking. I'm a speaker, used to giving my speeches and talking about certain things, but question and answer is very different because of the pressure, because of the setting, because of all the people watching you. Iba kasi yung factors. It's not anymore about knowledge. It's not anymore what's in your head. It's more about what's in your heart. And that's why when it comes to Q&A, I really value my experience more than my knowledge, more than my the wisdom in your head. It's really the experience that will really speak out, and yun talaga yung lalabas pagdating sa Q&A.
Ano yung napili mong advocacy for Miss Universe Philippines?
I will always stay true to my advocacy, which is sports. Iba kasi yung kwento ko talaga when it comes to sports and how it changed my life. And I've said it over and over again. I've gave so many speeches about sports and how it changed my life, how it helped me transition into different careers that people talk about me or people criticize me for. They say that, as an athlete, hindi ka bagay sa beauty pageant. Being in sports, you look too muscular, iba yung itsura, iba yung dating, iba yung aura. So that very weakness that people are thinking, it's the one that I'm turning into my strength, because that is my strength, that is my advantage. That's why since 2018, that has been my advocacy, because I do believe that sports can change generations. It can build up our next generation to be future leaders. It can change people. It can fulfill your dreams, because that's what happened to me. And that's what I want to share to the next generation, especially to the kids, to the youth, because it's very empowering. Sports is very empowering, and it's something that's very close and very personal to me, because I've actually gone through it. And I know that when given the chance, I can speak about it, I can inspire people about it, because that's what I've been doing for the past few years.
You mentioned na yung mga parang perception ng mga tao when it comes to beauty queens and for athletes. Parang anong masasabi mo na parang hindi pa rin sila nakaka-get over na parang beauty queens should look like this, athletes should look like this? Parang ikaw ba, naiinis ka ba na may ganun pa ring thinking ng mga tao ngayon?
Well, syempre, hindi mawawala yung inis, kasi parang ang tagal-tagal na, parang ang lumang konsepto na yan, di ba? May isip mo, it's just really their opinion. And as much as I value my opinion, I have to also respect the opinion of other people. Because let's face it, yung mga nakasanayan natin, yung mga nakagawian natin, all our cultures and traditions, we can't change those overnight. We really need a big and strong influence to change the whole country, to change a whole mindset, because that's what COVID did to us. It changed our normal. So we need that big shift to change how people think, how people perceive certain things. It's not just the looks in beauty pageants, but it's so many things in general. We're talking about the difference between men and women, the difference between genders, diba? Stereotypes will always follow up. So we just really have to keep fighting. Hindi mawawala yung mga taong magsasabing hindi mo kaya. And kung hindi rin naman dahil dun sa mga taong yun, hindi rin naman tayo mamomotivate, diba? We want to keep spreading the message that, beauty pageants, it's all inclusive. We're here to promote diversity. We're here to promote women. It's all about how you can impact it rather than how you look. Diba? That's how you measure now yung worth ng isang beauty queen. Times are changing. So we just have to keep on evolving and keep on learning and just stay true to ourselves.
You mentioned yung mga criticisms, mga bashing. May time ba na parang you read something about you, tapos bigla kang naiyak or sobrang tinamaan ka?
And yes, pero wala pa naman nakakapagpaiyak sa akin aside from K-drama.
That's good to hear.
When criticism hits me kasi, it's more of the people around me that I'm worried about. Because I know myself. I know how strong I am. Ever since I was a young girl, I've already experienced criticism with what happened to my dad, and then entering professional sports. Parang kumbaga, criticism has been following me my whole life. Sanay na ako na nandyan siya. So it doesn't bother me. I'm much more concerned about the people around me. When people criticize me, it's always also a direct hit to my team, to the people that support me, and they may not respond to it as well as I do. And that's why it really irks me in a different way. It irritates me. Hindi lang naman ako yung nagsisikap or yung nagtatrabaho, di ba? Ang dami pa. So pag criticize nila yung itsura ko, syempre andyan yung makeup artist ko, yung nag-aayos ng buhok ko, yung stylist ko, everybody damay. And yun yung ayoko kasi na nadadamay sila, family ko, wag friends ko, wag team ko. Because me, I know I can take it, but it's other people that I'm more worried about.
How important is it to have a strong parang support system, syempre, going through this pageant?
It's very, very important. I cannot even stress how important it is. A different kind of journey now as candidates of Miss Universe Philippines. In the midst of a pandemic, this is the first time that we're staging a pageant this big, this important. And no matter how old I am, no matter how mature I consider, when it comes to a difficult time, you always will rely on the people close to you and the people next to you. So it's very important that you have a good support system, whether it's one person or a lot of people, whether it's your family or not. You have to invest in these people because it it will get to you. The pressure will get to you. The competition will get to you. The problems of life will settle in. No matter how strong you are, you will doubt yourself. So you need people around you to keep on encouraging you and pushing you, na kahit minsan nakakalimutan mo yung goal mo, yung dream mo, andyan sila para i-remind ka and para buhatin ka pa, kasi hindi mo naman lagi kaya.
And now, syempre, since we're a few weeks away, before the coronation night, meron tayong series with Miss Universe.
Mom Shita is my beneficiary. She's someone very close to me. I know that by choosing her, we will be able to help a lot of people. She is just also a channel of help to a lot more people that she is helping, that she's been trying to support all throughout this pandemic. And doon ako natutuwa na kahit hindi ka mayaman, hindi ka sikat, wala kang business, yung kaya mo pa rin magbigay. Because that's what I want to tell people. That's what I want to share to people, that you don't have to be here. You don't have to be at a certain level to help. Helping comes from the heart. You will be able to give. And that's why this Ring Light series, it's so heartwarming, because imagine mo how many girls are coming together to help our beneficiaries. Kaya kahit sino suportahan mo, it will be put to a good cause. Kahit sinong candidate ang ilagay mo dun sa referral code namin, you will be helping someone, and that's enough for me. I hope people support. It's not just a show. It's about this pageant, what the girls have been, what me and all the girls have been going through, what our organization has been going through. So it's really a behind the scenes to everything that's been happening throughout this pandemic, how we've been preparing.
Ano pang nilo-look forward mo sa pageant since we're only 3 weeks or 4 weeks away? Tama, isang buwan na lang, di ba?
I'm really looking forward to the time that I see everybody again physically. Kasi nung tinamaan tayo ng pandemic, especially here in Metro Manila, parang yun yung kasagsagan of all of our preparations. Kakatapos lang ng runway namin, and kakatapos lang ng press presentation. We were introduced as official candidates. It was the start of our learning journey. Tapos naudlot lahat. Natigil lahat. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing everyone. New friends. Until now, I have Sandra, and we're still like the best of friends in this pageant. But the reason why I love pageants is because there's so many women you can talk to, you can learn from, you can make friends with. That's what I did back in 2018 and also in my international pageant. And yun yung parang hindi ko nagawa ngayon.
And now we're on the segment or the part of our interview na bibigyan ka namin ng keywords, tapos sasabihin mo lang or i-discuss mo lang kung ano yung naiisip mo tungkol doon. So our first keyword,
okay.
Equality.
Equality is something that we've been fighting for as women, and it's something that we will continue to fight for, especially by being part of this pageant. Equality for gender, equality for race, equality for age. It's something that we can all advocate for as contestants or candidates of Miss Universe Philippines, and it's something that I feel strongly about, that I really want to use as a tool to empower more people.
Nice answer. Ready. Parang may time, wala tayong time limit, pero parang pasok sa 30 seconds.
Ay, wala ba? Sorry, medyo nagmamadali ako. Sabi ko gusto sabihin eh.
Next
okay,
keyword,
kalma.
regret.
Medyo naka-stage mindset na ako eh. Okay, go.
Next keyword tayo. Next keyword, regret.
We all have regrets. And it may sometimes paralyze us. It may sometimes hold us back. But all these regrets, I've learned, they are meaningless to us, because we shouldn't have regrets. We should always have hope that we can be better. We should always have hope that there is another chance, that we can be better version of ourselves, and that we can change. I always hope for change.
Last word, insecurity.
As a women, we all have insecurities. We all have this sickness of comparison, that we constantly try to live up to standards. We constantly try to look at others and see what we lack. And this is something that being part of a beauty pageant, we also have to control, because you're in the midst of 40, 50 women who are equally beautiful, intelligent, and who are all going for the same dream. So you have to really keep your insecurities in check, and you can fight insecurities through confidence, and you can build confidence through experiences, through the people around you, through your faith. And it's very important to have faith in yourself so that you can fight all your insecurities.
And the winner is Michelle. Wow. Taray ng mga sagot. Ito na yung crown. Ito na yung crown. Ayan. So before we end this, meron ka bang gusto i-promote for yourself? And syempre, if you want to thank your
We're
fans din.
done. Well, I hope that everybody watches this episode with PEP, and I know that a lot of other candidates also was interviewed, so let's all watch and support. We have a lot of events online that have been going on, all of our guestings on Kumu, on different websites. So I hope you guys watch and support, and especially our Ring Light series. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe po tayo. Medyo nagmahal na ng konting-konti kasi wala ng early bird rate, but it's still very affordable, and of course, it's for a good cause. So I hope that all of you are as excited as I am. Palapit na ng palapit yung pageant. I want to thank my family, of course, my team, and everybody who's part of my Michelin Group family. I really want to say that I appreciate you guys so much. Alam niyo naman yan, hindi ko naman kayo tinitipid sa pagpapasalamat lagi, because I'm here because of you guys, and I'm constantly inspired because of you guys. So I just wanna give this back to you and say na sama-sama tayo sa lahat. I tell you guys this all the time, through winning, through losing, through success and everything else. I will always be with you, and you will always be with me, and I want to thank you guys. And of course, I want to thank God na natuloy na yung interview natin at walang kulog at kidlat sa labas. And finally, thank you so much for rescheduling.
Of course. Thank you for joining us today as well.
Thank you.
And that's it, Pepsters. Michelle Gumabao.